Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about the little secrets left by the elderly partner at home, and the results are really eye-opening. But she didn't want her partner to suffer alone, so that night she took him home, but her daughter-in-law wasn't too happy, because they were too busy with work and had no time to take care of anyone. Old Joe pondered restoring family joy, so next day he decided a picnic for all, dressing his partner in a floral dress. That sunny day, the family cherished the rare reunion, each with a long-missed smile. Seeing this, Old Joe smiled too. However, this bliss didn't last long. That morning, Old Joe discovered that his shoes were covered in mud. Plus, his car parked at the door was hit. He was furious and vowed to find the culprit, only to be stunned by what he saw on the recorder. He found he drove alone to the countryside at night with no memory, like a thunderbolt. Clearly, dementia was setting in. Meanwhile, his partner's condition worsened, often mistaking the granddaughter for their long-lost daughter. She even nearly spilled hot milk all over her. The daughter-in-law quickly woke her sleeping daughter, but the elderly partner mistook her for a thief and yanked her hair right off. Despite the son's persuasion, it failed. In desperation, the daughter-in-law bit, the elderly partner then let go. This happened daily. The daughter-in-law couldn't bear it and planned that night to return to her parents with her daughter, telling her husband she was pregnant again. She firmly stated she would never live with her in-laws again. After all, one side was her own parents, and the other her lovely. Old Joe was in a dilemma. His partner, regaining consciousness, felt remorseful. Her illness had disrupted their happy home. She told her son, "Parents will age eventually, but the wife is a lifelong companion." Mother and son hugged and cried, and he felt utterly helpless as a husband and father. At that moment, Old Joe finally understood. He told his partner about his illness. He sold the old buddy he had driven for decades, planning to spend quality time with her in their remaining days. The old couple enjoyed their rare two-person world. Old Joe broke the norm, actively hanging out the sheets, which she never did. Shortly after, they returned to their old arguing mode, trivial quarrels adding fun to life. However, living together as two senior citizens wasn't as easy as it sounds, especially for Old Joe. Just a moment ago he was dismissing that pile of food, and the next he was frozen in place. The elderly partner noticed his episode and fed Old Joe like a child. When all seemed fine, Old Joe suddenly needed the bathroom. However, before reaching the toilet, he had an accident. The elderly woman's tears flowed uncontrollably. She felt utterly helpless. She didn't know how long she could take care of him, being a bit forgetful herself. As night fell, she thought she could finally have a moment of peace. But waking in the middle of the night, Old Joe sounded the alarm, claiming his taxi outside had been stolen. The elderly partner apologized helplessly to the police and decided to chain the door, leaving a note reminding Old Joe not to go out at night to prevent recurrence. Luckily, their episodes didn't overlap. Gradually, notes became their unique communication, like "Eat if hungry." "Got it. Your hair's long, I'll cut it. Don't give up, I only have you. Sorry, don't make me leave first." And so, the living room was filled with love notes. When the elderly partner had an episode, she'd scatter snacks mischievously like a child. Meanwhile, Old Joe looked on, utterly helpless, while the elderly partner would hold snacks up to him to eat. Sometimes they sit on the rooftop, admiring the sunset, enjoying the breeze, thinking their elderly life desirable. However, the most terrifying thing happened. One day, while watching old happy videos, the elderly partner saw herself ill and was shocked. At that moment, immense guilt and self-blame surged up. Next morning, Old Joe woke to anguished cries. His partner had fallen in the bathroom. He quickly called for an ambulance and whispered his feelings of guilt by her bedside. Thankfully, soon after, she woke up and she heard every word. She kindly asked Old Joe, "What good things have you done for me?" Hearing this, he felt guilty in his heart, thinking he always focused on work before. He thought about all the things he hadn't said to her, all the time he hadn't spent with her, which left him utterly upset. "I'm truly happy, and I'm also extremely happy." And the elderly partner asked if she remembered her dreams from the past. Old Joe said no, but she clearly remembered. Her dream was to earn lots of money. She wanted to provide for and care for her wife and children. Now, Old Joe has indeed fulfilled that promise. But the elderly partner didn't want her worn out until death, so casually found an excuse. She told Old Joe to go buy some food, and then called his son to remind him to treat his wife well and to be patient with Old Joe's back. After hanging up, she apologized to Old Joe in a letter, shattering his dreams, thinking solitude easier. Then she pulled the curtain cords apart, ready to bid farewell to the world. Luckily, a nurse found her in time, sparing her. Seeing his partner's suicide note, old Joe cried for the first time. However, compared to living alone, I prefer the life of two people, as it isn't so tedious. Next morning, old Joe unexpectedly called his son for a chat, asking him what he had been up to lately. His son said he went fishing, and old Joe flew into a rage, berating him. He scolded him for not growing up yet, telling him he didn't know how to earn a living with zero value. However, this time the son didn't remain silent. Instead, he boldly retorted, "Is earning money the only way to have a valuable life?"